When someone asks you, "How are you?" the words, "I'm fine," likely slip out of your mouth before your brain even registers the question. As you turn away, that polite smile drops instantly into a look of heavy, blank exhaustion. On paper, you are doing great. You show up to every commitment. Psychology frames this reflex as a survival-driven coping strategy. It is a deeply ingrained performance designed to keep you moving forward when the internal weight feels unmanageable. This strategy is effective, but it carries a steep price. The armor you use to function in the world is the same barrier that prevents you from feeling truly alive. For many, this performance began in childhood. Growing up in an environment that demanded constant strength meant you adopted being okay as a mandatory job description rather than a genuine feeling. Your developing brain learned to categorize vulnerability as a threat. To stay safe, you internalize the idea that being low maintenance and self-sufficient was the only way to ensure you wouldn't be dismissed or hurt. When a stressor hits, the signal bypasses the emotional processing area and reroutes immediately to task execution. Over time, as the emotional node dims, you stop asking, "How do I feel?" and focus entirely on, "What must I do today?" In adulthood, this manifests as a habit of intellectualizing your pain instead of feeling it. You handle every crisis in total isolation, convinced that asking for help would make you a burden. While your peers see an independent, resilient adult, this mechanical override is actually keeping you locked inside a cage of emotional isolation. Ignored emotions do not evaporate. When you push down sadness or stress to stay functional, those feelings simply wait in the background, slowly stockpiling. Beneath this flat line of outward functionality, your unprocessed emotional load swells downward day after day. Eventually, the backlog reaches its limit, surging upward in sharp, irrational spikes of irritability over tiny inconveniences. Then comes the crash. This is the sudden collapse that happens the moment you are finally alone and the performance no longer feels sustainable. Even then, you might try to talk yourself out of your own pain. You tell yourself that others have it worse, or that you should be grateful for your life, using these comparisons to minimize your own suffering. Minimizing your pain does not make the burden lighter. It only ensures that you will have to carry that weight entirely alone until you break. Dropping the mask is a process, not a single event. Being honest about your state does not mean you have to broadcast your deepest traumas to everyone you meet. The first step is purely internal. It is the quiet act of intentionally stopping the performance when you are completely by yourself. You can start small by changing your internal script. Give yourself permission to acknowledge, "I am overwhelmed today," instead of defaulting to the "I'm fine" reflex. This is what it means to sit with a feeling. You allow the emotion to exist in your body without trying to solve it, fix it, or explain it away with logic. If you have spent years behind this mask, be gentle with yourself. This exhaustion is the result of a necessary survival tactic, a shield you built to stay safe when you had no other options. You do not owe the world constant, unwavering strength. You are worthy of love, even when you are not okay, and you are finally allowed to put down the armor and inhabit your life fully.